Hey everyone, Matt Pisarcik, joined with
Scott Ostermiller,
the Clean Shaver, and we're here at RazorEmporium for kind of a new style of video. We're going to be calling this Double Edge Discourse.
Ooh, I like that.
Right?
That's cool.
Kind of a good ring to it.
Yeah.
So we figured we're going to do, Scott came out from Phoenix, or to Phoenix from Utah, and I was like, you know what? Let's have a whole conversation. I kind of want to get to know Scott a little better. But let's do it while we're shaving.
Hey, might as well.
Why the heck not?
Yeah.
So I guess there's no other way than just let's go. Let's start shaving.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Kind of cool here.
I'm a fan of the cold water shave.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I've always been. I don't know why. Prep that beard. I'm actually really, really glad you brought these towels. We forgot to bring towels for this.
Just
Scott,
happened to have them in my suitcase, so
I know.
worked out.
This is nice.
Well, so this has been fun for me for coming and seeing the operation in here and kind of getting a feel for what you do, and pretty cool day, actually.
Thank you. Yeah, it's we did a couple Facebook Live videos, and I think those worked out pretty well.
Hopefully. Hopefully everybody could see what was going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving pieces.
Definitely.
A lot of moving pieces. So, Scott, what are you using?
Oh, great question. So I am using a new soap that was actually put together for my son's fundraiser.
Oh,
it's
very
called
cool.
Very Good Noah. It's from Catie's Bubbles, and my son has a genetic disorder called Prader-Willi syndrome. So every year for our state association in Utah, we do a fundraiser. And the last couple of years, the shave community has been very good to us in helping us to put together some funds. And Chris Cullen with Catie's Bubbles has been great in putting together a soap the last 3 years.
That's awesome.
This one's pretty. I actually got to make the scent on this one.
Very cool. And the berries, is that like Noah's favorite thing is berries?
Yeah, so Noah wanted to, I asked him what he wanted the soap to smell like this year. And he said strawberries. I was like, well, okay, well that's going to be a little hard and not very many people are going to necessarily want to smell like strawberries all day.
Some people have a negative association with strawberries.
Probably true. And so we decided to do a strawberry topped fougere. So it's not straight strawberries, it's sweet on top, but then you get a little bit of the earthy fougere kind of smell out of it.
Very, very nice.
So
it is. Yeah, it's not overpowering. The berries are very well complemented.
yeah. Now, what are you shaving with, Matt? What have
Well,
we got here?
I'm boring. No, one of my favorites, the Proraso.
Oh yeah.
White for sensitive skin. It's got the oatmeal. It's got the green tea. And I was showing Scott earlier before we got started. I picked this up years ago. It's a little key from Crabtree and Evelyn that helps you to basically keep the tube condensed.
Which is a big frustration for everybody with OCD. Right?
Yeah, well, I'm kind of that guy for sure. So that way you just kind of advance it as you need more.
That works great though.
Yeah. And then for my brush, I literally just brought my dot bag.
Oh yeah.
It always has my travel brush in it, so I'm just using a little Opal vintage travel brush, Pure Badger.
Nice.
How about you?
I have a 3-band Badger from West Coast Shaving, and then I think so you guys were cool enough to let me borrow a razor here.
One of the benefits of Double Edge Discourse, pick a razor.
Right? Pick a razor. So I'm going to be using this beautiful Aristocrat. I've always dreamed of using an Aristocrat, so now I get to try one today.
I'm glad we could make your dreams come true, Scott.
In more than one way.
When I was a kid, one of my favorite things was Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Totally, juvenile, adolescent, life. But I always loved when they went on the tours of the factories. And I was telling Scott, I was like, hey, when you come out here, I want to give you like a tour very much reminiscent of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Oh, right. Yeah, like one of my favorite ones. I mean, I still remember how the video from when they made crayons.
Oh, yeah.
On Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, right?
Right. Oh, as a kid, I mean, it's like a dream come true to see that.
Oh, that's cool.
It really, I mean, I hate to be sounding cheesy, but it really kind of inspired me to like want to make things as a kid.
Oh, sure.
Very, very inspiring to see all that. Now, I guess we have How It's Made, which is like more for adults, but
that's my little brother's favorite show, or one of his favorite shows.
Really?
Yeah. Of course, he's an engineer, so he would love that kind of show.
See, and I always felt like I missed a calling being an engineer. My dad's an engineer, my brother's an engineer, and part of the reason I got involved with razors was I just like to fix stuff. Kind of a tinkerer.
It's a good skill to have, though. I mean,
right?
Be able to take stuff apart and fix it.
So you got your Aristocrat. I pulled out another razor from history. I pulled out a 39 through 47 tech, basically the ones with the triangular guards.
Oh, okay.
The little slits are triangles.
Okay, so that's how you tell them?
That's it. There's still no date codes, but those triangle guard slots mean 39 through 47.
Interesting. Now, what year did you say this Aristocrat was?
Well, they made it starting in 34. It came out Christmas of 1934.
Okay.
And then it kept on coming out, though. I mean, they had it 35, 36, 37, all the way up to 39 or so. There's no date codes in that era, so it's kind of like you really don't know the exact year. The only way to really know the exact year on that is if you got it in original mint condition, and then you looked at the blades, because they did date code the blades, and that is the date code system that was actually adopted for the razor handles.
Huh. That's interesting.
So there's like a little letter or a little number on them.
On the blades themselves.
On the blades, yeah. People don't actually usually notice those with vintage blades, but they're date coded.
So could somebody take a pack, like if they found a pack of those blades, do you think most of them would still be sharp enough to be able to use today?
You know, I get asked that occasionally, like, have you ever used a vintage this blade or that blade? I've done it once. When I say once, I did like 1 or 2 strokes, so I'm like, nope. not gonna happen.
Really?
It was not good at all. In fact, one of my friends, I know, I'm getting all over my black shirt, but whatever. One of my buddies who got me into double edge razors, older guy named Roy Johnson, he even couldn't believe that we were using double edge razors to shave with these days. He's like, God, those blades, they were horrible. I remember them being horrible. Even the best of Gillette, you know, super platinums or whatever, super blue blades back in the day. And a lot of people we talk to say, gosh, double edge razors, they're not comfortable. And really? I think blade technology has just gotten really good.
Oh.
So I think we're almost experiencing these razors better than they ever were.
Huh. That may be true. I could see that being true.
I mean, you got to think all these different honing techniques we have now, and Teflon coatings, platinum coatings. They do so many crazy things.
Right. Lots of protection from the actual edge.
Right. Well, I mean, Gillette had developed stainless steel by the 30s. They released it as the Crowman blade. It was the only blade that Gillette ever had a recall. It was in an orange wrapper. It was stainless steel in the 30s. That's unheard of. I mean, Wilkinson Sword didn't come out with theirs until the mid-50s. But what happened was Gillette didn't put a coating on it yet. And so stainless steel feels very brittle, as opposed to carbon steel, which is a lot more flexible, a lot more malleable. It's a lot more forgiving. And that coating, like you said, that made all the difference with the stainless steel.
I'm gonna take my glasses off while I shave my head here.
I can't see you. Where'd you go?
Oh. I don't shave my head on camera very often.
I know. I asked Scott before we got started. I'm like, so are you gonna like shave just your neck because you got the beard thing going, or are you doing your head?
Yeah, thanks to my wife. I'm not the clean shaver right now because I have a beard, but she's insistent on me having a beard right now.
Any particular reason? Just she likes you.
She said she's like, I like it when you have a beard. I'm like, you could have told me that before I chose my moniker. You know?
I could have been the friendly shaver.
Yeah, or like
You're
the gentleman
friendly
shaver or something like that, you know, but I picked the clean shaver because I was clean shaven at the time, and then she decided she liked my beard, so. You
know what? Elizabeth, my wife Elizabeth, the same thing. Before we got started with a bunch of these videos in the last couple months, I had a beard still going, and she really liked that. And I told her I had to go down to the goatee because I was tired of hearing the age-old thing. You own a shaving store and you have a beard. And so I was like, we're gonna make all these videos now. I might as well just do the goatee.
Yep, you gotta be able to shave something on your face, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, and then, funny enough, our straight razor guy, Eric, he's got the big, he looks like...
He's got a great beard.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But,
I wish I could sport that kind of beard.
Right. He does head shaving. He head shaves with a straight razor, which, like...
That's nuts.
I'm actually curious just to see this guy head shave. I've never seen head shaving. But, yeah, a straight razor seems even more nuts.
It's doable, obviously, but it's hard. I did it on a video once, and
so you do both?
Yeah, I've done both.
Okay.
I generally do the DE on my head, but I have done straight razor on my head. It just takes so dang long because you have to be so careful with it. Maybe Eric's really good at it now, but it's more work than it's worth, to me, at least, for the straight. I don't necessarily get better results with the straight on my head than I do with the double edge.
Right. I hear that a lot from people that are using straight razors. So say,
I totally just broke your sink.
What?
I'll have to use the other hand. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right.
He fixes it and he repairs it, ladies. One-stop shop.
Yeah, all right. But it's okay. I'm taken.
We hear that a lot from customers. They'll be like, I'm new to straight razor shaving, and I feel I'm just not getting the same closeness as I do with a DE. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I've heard that from some people, and I think you have to. That's just part of it. I think for a lot of people, especially on the neck, you just don't have the same flexibility that you do on your neck with a double edge as you can with the straight. Sorry, that was a really poorly structured sentence. But
beep, start over.
You just don't have the same kind of flexibility on a straight razor that you do with the double edge. It's not as nimble. You can't get in those tight areas where, like on my neck, to get a really smooth shave, I have to shave across. And you can't do that with a straight.
Right.
At least not a full-size straight. Maybe with a little midget one or something like that, like the little ones that are ground down to like, a couple inches, something like that.
Right. So, kind of circling back to big picture, I feel like I've gotten to know you at like Big Shave West.
Yeah.
And a little bit, but I don't even really know how you got it. Like, how long have you been into this? How long? Like, what got you into it? Like, tell us about the clean shaver.
So, I started wet shaving back in 2012, right? No, 2013. So, my brother gave me a shaving kit for Christmas. It was a Mula R89, and a Mula synthetic brush and some Proraso white in a tub, the shave soap, and some pre-shave, and that was that. And he gave me a sample pack of blades and started trying it. Didn't get right into my head right off the bat, but
right.
So that got me started, and then he called me a few weeks later and was like, "Hey, how you liking it?" And I said I really liked it, and then he sent me a ton of soaps and stuff that he was just loading up his den.
So he's the wet shaver.
So he's a wet shaver, yeah. He's the one that got us started in all this. And now, me, my brothers, and my dad all wet shave.
Very cool.
But so he's the one that got us all started. But when I got into it, like I started doing it just because my brother gave me the stuff. I got into it because he gave me that stuff, but then I didn't even realize that there was this whole world of Facebook forums and YouTube wet shavers and all that kind of stuff. And I started seeing some videos of people doing wet shaving on YouTube. I was like, I could do that.
Right.
I could get on there and make some videos and just have fun with it. And so I got on. I chose a name, and little did I know that I would catch flack for the name. But
because of the beard now, or just in general?
Because of the beard now, not in general. I mean, people. The moniker was originally because and no ill will toward any of them, but like some of the guys that were doing the shaving videos had a tendency to cuss or to talk about unsavory things on video, and so I wanted to set myself apart from that and decided to call myself the Clean Shaver, and the rest is history, so to speak.
I like that. You know, I've watched a couple shaving videos. I mean, more than a couple, but it sounds really weird, but like, my attraction to shaving came from a very different standpoint than most others. Not to get onto my story necessarily,
Yeah.
but
No, please.
just like trying to find a better way to shave. And then in terms of like experimentation, like I was more of, I want to find the products that work for me, and then once I find them, like I want to stick with them.
Stick with them, sure. Makes sense.
What kind of aftershave did you bring?
So it's a matching aftershave for the Very Good Noah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
How important is matching aftershaves to you? Like, are you like...
I think it ties it all together, but it's not like a life or death thing, obviously. It's
Right.
It's nice when they match up, but you know, honestly, a soap scent only lasts so long, so if you want to switch it up, and I mean, as long as my aftershave is even somewhat close, it's not a big deal to me.
Right.
But I've definitely done some aftershaves or some colognes that weren't really matched, but they worked afterward. The biggest thing for me is just the feel, and you know, making sure that it tones your face afterward, and as long as it does that, I'm good.
Right. I got a little weeper
Oh yeah?
on my chin. How about you? How'd you finish up?
I think I might have missed a little spot right here, but it's good enough for today. I think I'm good.
Well, for our maiden voyage on Double Edge Discourse, hope you guys have enjoyed watching. I'm Matt Visarczyk from RazorEmporium.
And I'm Scott Ostermiller, the Clean Shaver.
Thank you guys for watching, and thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
It's fun.
See you guys next time.